Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jayaraghava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Shri Radha Madhava Saki Panchatattva Prahlad Maharaj Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan Ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Praesva Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, which now respectful obeisances to the personality of God. All their struggles in their life is almost completely destroyed. And loving service of the personality of God, Krishna, good morning, devotees. Welcome. Another Srimad Bhagavatam. Glorious time to dive in into the most important sound vibration. This is Krishna. And as we associate with Bhagavatam directly, we associate with Krishna. So something not to miss. So thank you for participating and being here, because Bhagavatam happens in an assembly. It's never just by ourselves. So all of you are illuminating. Not even necessarily by talking, but just by your presence. The same subject matter. Today we're going to be covering a good chunk of verses, reads 14 to 30. So just start. It's a nice, actually very nice topic of separation and also union. This is Krishna is leaving one place, in this case Hastinapur, city of elephants. Hasti is elephant, it's a powerful city. Today's Delhi, right? Capital then, capital today. It's a very long continuation of presence. So something not many cities can actually claim in the world, right? It's an interesting fact. Alexandria. I was thinking about other cities. New York. What was New York? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Delhi at that time has to not powerful today also. And then he's going to the other place. But they're also devotees. So they're both crying. One is crying because Krishna is leaving, and the other one's crying because they anticipate Krishna's arrival. Oh, Krishna is coming. It's like something similar, like the night before, last night. Some of your program anticipate. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be chanting my japa again. Any of you excited with that? Or you are in a mode of all people do. But grumpy about our japa. Begrudgingly. So any of you are in that kind of situation sometimes? You're grumpy about my rounds. I'm gonna have to do them again tomorrow. So what? Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to feel separation. It's hard to be excited about arrival when there's no attachment. Come to the door. You wish that they didn't come, or that visit you just wish to finish, because there's no attachment. An attachment happens through service and loving exchanges. And we mentioned that last time, who we are inclined to serve. The three qualities that Krishna exhibits and devotees also. Devotees of Krishna. Anybody remembers that we are inclined? We love to serve such a person.
And they're grateful?
Yeah, that's 1 out of 3. Okay. They're great. Anybody remembers the other 2?
They're great, they're appreciative, and they're loving.
Yeah, they're friendly and fine. They always have our best interest. So natural would be inclined and attached. So Krishna is like that, like that quality. So therefore, both parties are just engulfed in this madness of Krishna leaving and Krishna coming. But that is the situation at all times, even in the world we live in. This world is always in a flux. There's one steady thing. What is that?
Change.
Yeah. Yeah, that is change is the only permanent thing as well. But along with all the changes, what's the one steady thing that you always can count on, no matter how difficult or how related the situation is? Actually, yes. Despite of everything that you're going through.
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna is there in your heart. Just marveling your process of purification, excited that he will meet you soon. Krishna is the love hunter. He's always looking for the loving exchange. Everything he does only to reciprocate the devotees. So as you pray, Krishna will reciprocate. Sometimes maybe not the way you want, but definitely he will bless your need. That's those needs sometimes that might be painful. Krishna is a heartbreaker. When he leaves gopis, when he leaves residents of Hastinapur, it breaks the heart, but only to enter the heart. He takes away himself only to give himself even greater sense, a greater way. It's a good math. Yeah, it's a good math. Ultimately, it's plunging us in a greater depths of love, especially in time of separation. Not just Krishna, but spiritual master also leaves. Then we leave the shallow water and pushing the depths of greater depths of our spiritual life. And that is the greatest gift. The spiritual master. Final greatest gift is spiritual master. Then you can see to what extent you're attached. So while devotees are around, while Krishna is around, by class that translates by the opportunity for service is around, we should be so eager to use that opportunity to become attached to Krishna. Because there'll be a time we won't have that opportunity. But what's left is our attachment that is generated through service. And great devotee
Ramanujacharya. It was just came in the line of Yamunacharya, great Vaishnavas of Sri Sampradaya. He was a great Ramanujacharya was also a great social reformer. But at the end of his life, he just gave 74 instructions, of which few are the main ones. And they're all in relation to the devotees of Vaishnava. He said that one should feed the devotees so much until they smile. This is in relation to Krishna also. Feed the students till they smile. Full satisfaction. And one should massage their feet until they fall asleep. Very nice. Personal service. And as this is in regards to preparation, you should feel in regards to Vaishnavas. And as Vaishnava is leaving our place, our village or city, ashram, one should follow them all the way to the outskirts of their place. Follow them. And we do that sometimes here in the class. We have Madanga as a corner, and then another corner. I don't know what was the record. I think when Priya was leaving, I think, with her mother.
Yeah, like 3 blocks, yeah.
Went all the way, I don't know how many blocks. And then he said, Ramanujacharya, he said, and then once you cannot follow anymore, just stand there and look. Look until they are not visible anymore. At your eyesight. But that's not the end. What else did the devotees feel in absence of another devotee? Separation. Yes, that is so intense when we cannot see them on our sight anymore. And devotees pain. They pain that. This is very difficult. These feelings are very difficult. Unless, like I said, we have some kind of attachment. But the greater attachment it is, the greater the pain of separation. Are you willing? Because one comes with the other. Are you willing to feel the pain of separation? Maybe that's why we are all hesitant to develop attachment. We can't package separation. But it's hard to understand. Those two are equally powerful. It's not a mundane thing. Gopis, they feel separation from Krishna. We'll see from these beautiful verses the devotees of Hastinapur also we feel separation. All the ladies got about to cry, but then subduing their tears, they thought, our tears might make everything vicious. Let us control our exit. But they're both equally powerful and they equally grab Krishna. This example of ice is given. When you hold the ice, it's cold, but it's simultaneous also very hard. So this separation from Krishna brings Krishna also, and we feel the presence in separation. It's not a mundane thing. It's a very different period. Like Srila Prabhupada, also in regards to his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, he would say, never. So, don't make the never was there a time when I did not feel the presence of my spiritual master. They were apart, but he felt the Prabhupada felt the presence. Anybody?
His instructions.
Yes, with his instructions. As we follow, we'll notice and we'll feel that presence. Right?
And the spiritual master is present, right? If just like Krishna is present in our heart, the spiritual master is also present.
Yeah.
If we let him.
Yeah. along with Krishna, spiritual masters also. Especially when he leaves this mortal world. He said, as spiritual master leaves this mortal world, he also enters in the hearts of all the disciples who are willing to let him in. And that's why I'm always emphasizing, while they're still around, have to not earn, but yes, earn that attachment. Because it doesn't just fall from the sky. Krishna lunch doesn't grow on trees. That's one of our marketing lines. It takes labor. It's a labor of love. And then as we labor in that way, naturally we develop attachment. We can feel the absence and separation. Okay, clear? Simple. So both are happening. Both are happening. And Krishna also. When Krishna will leave, is another wonderful example. Early in the morning, Krishna will leave. And he will do that regularly. He will break the hearts of all the Brajavasis that will stay behind on a regular daily basis. He will leave on the pasturing grounds with other boys with both cows. And Maria showed up. And all the other gopis, he's leaving. He will be back same day. But still, the intensity of their love is so great, they can't help it. So Krishna reciprocates by being the last one. He's the last one. So that's the cows first, and all the cows first. And all the dust is unsettled. Picturesque scene of the cloud, and Krishna is the last thing. When they're coming back on their return, Krishna is the first. Why? Why is Krishna first? Coming back. Huh? He's leading, but in the context, contextualized here. Yes, he's eager to end this separation. He's eager to see everybody, and he knows that they're also eager. They're also waiting. When's Krishna coming back? And then all the power boys, they disperse to their households, to their mothers. And then they're talking about what happened that day. Krishna kills every day 3 demons. So lots of adventure. What happened? So they're explaining that, and all the mothers of the power boys, they are listening, they are recording into their hard drive. That sounds gross, actually. Into their hearts. Into their hearts.
Hard drive.
And then next day, they're composing, same gopis, they're composing different songs based on what they heard from the newspaper. There's the oral reception. There was no newspaper. No need for newspaper. Just by oral reception. Songs and dance and music. Celebration. And as they're churning their butter and doing the shorts, they're singing what Krishna has done yesterday. And how do you think that affects their hearts? They develop even greater attachment. So the more they hear about Krishna and Krishna, the more they develop the attachment. And naturally, when Krishna is leaving next day, the greater the separation. So, Krishna is a heartbreaker. He's also a love hunter. And he hunts with the bow. He hunts with the bow of gratitude. Never forgets. Never forgets even the small service that we perform. What are the examples of Krishna's gratitude? That we, how Krishna is a love hunter. Like for example, Putana, right? He was grateful that yes, she has come to feed me just like mother. But her attention was. So Krishna took the good. Another example that I like is Draupadi. Remember what happened to Draupadi? Krishna needed the band-aid. She didn't take place. The best of saris, very nice sari. Top dollar. Silk. Like maybe 3 like that in the whole world. But some saris are limited edition. They're very expensive. But without hesitation, she ripped the sari and handed to Krishna. It's just a small piece. But then in time of her need, what happened?
Krishna gave her unlimited sorrow.
It reciprocated with unlimited. Not just one piece. The whole yards and yards and yards. Krishna never forgets. Everything that you do wholeheartedly. I reciprocate for you. Just according. Because love is not forced. Krishna will not barge into your heart. He is strategical, but not forceful. He will set you up, but you still have a final word. It's with your consent. That's why the devotees always ask for permission, right? It's good to ask for permission. Because you never know which toes you're stepping on. So we're careful in a loving exchange. So here, let's see how that unfolds in Hastinapura. And what happens when Krishna leaves Hastinapura, goes to Dwarka. Dwarka, there's a different set of devotees waiting. Vasudha and Devaki are there, and Krishna. Okay, no spoiler roads. We'll hold on for the next chapter. But yeah, Vasudha and Devaki is there, and Krishna will greet him. But in both cases, him leaving, and you will see, and him arriving, I'll just say this, there's a tumultuous sound and music and celebration. So we'll see that. Let's read these verses. I can start. The female relatives whose eyes were flooded with tears out of anxiety for Krishna came out of the palace. They could stop their tears only with great difficulty. It was very hard for them. They feared that tears would cause misfortune at the time of departure. Not all at once.
While the Lord was departing from the palace of Hastinapur, different types of drums like trumpets, tol, nagara, dunduri, and dubi, and flutes of different kinds, the veena, gomukha, and vedi, all sounded together to show him honor.
Out of a loving desire to see the Lord, the royal ladies got up on the top of the palace and smiling with affection and shyness, they showered flowers. Another picturesque scene that on top of the buildings and then showering with flowers. You can imagine the rain of flowers.
Advaita, Arjuna, the great warrior and conqueror of sea, was the intimate friend of the most beloved Supreme Lord, took up an umbrella which had jewels and some embroidery and pearls.
Take a moment just to imagine that in the eyes of mind. Arjuna with the umbrella embroidered by the jewels and lace and pearls. That's a fancy umbrella.
Yeah.
Uddhava and Satyaki began to fan the Lord with decorated fans, and the Lord, as the master of Madhu, seated on scattered flowers, commanded them along the road.
Yeah, he was seated on flowers, so it was like a a little raised, there was so many flowers, a little like they say, not unstable, but yeah, a little pushy. Yeah.
It was being heard here and there that the benedictions being paid to Krishna were neither befitting nor unbefitting, because they were all for the Absolute, who was now playing the part of a human.
Absorbed in the thought of the transcendental qualities of the Lord, who is sung in select poetry, the ladies on the roofs of all the houses of Hastinapur began to talk of him. This talk was more attractive than the hymns of the Vedas.
Wow.
They said, "Here he is, the original personality of Godhead as we definitely remember him. He alone existed before the manifested creation of the modes of nature, and in him only, because he is the Supreme Lord, all living beings merge, as if sleeping at night, their energy suspended."
So yeah, these are the words of the ladies who are relatives. I'm saying yes in German. Yeah, nevertheless. They address the Lord and start these beautiful prayers and are glorifying Krishna according to their mode, their rasa relationship. So you will notice it's quite formal, we can say, and not it's like intense, emotional. These prayers are stavas or glorifications, but they're not as intense like compared to like the way gopis address Krishna, right? Chastising Krishna. Even that is has a greater value than the hymns of. Why? Why would these singing the ordinary words of glorification and at times chastisement, especially Maria Yashoda? Kana! When Maria Yashoda shouts Kana, Krishna goes like he freezes him. He has to obey. He has to obey. Can you imagine? Bhakti controls Krishna. That's why Krishna doesn't give it so freely. Because it fully controls it and requires naturally a pure heart. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Krishna is not a fool. He will not give bhakti just to anybody. But as one purifies his heart, bhakti naturally takes place. Yes, Prabhu. So the answer to that is why? Why these glorifications are greater value than Vedic hymns? Because they're
they're spontaneously rising up out of their hearts as a result of their great attachment.
yeah. Yeah, tell me something like, you have these birthday cards. Somebody can write a formal happy birthday to you. But if somebody's like real with you, right? And Quinta appreciates that. She very much appreciates, I know, the authenticity, right? If somebody's authentic, even if they're like rough with you, but they're like, you feel the love coming through. That's the point. You feel the love. Now, yeah. Give it to me. Tell me as it is. But if somebody doesn't have love, more friends, which is the one who hurt. So that requires love and trust. Prophet said, "That's all I gave. I gave love and trust. So this should be guarded, because without love and trust, we can do this and that, but nothing."
Yeah, it makes me think of in the Adi Lila, when Prabhupada is discussing rasa. He quotes a saying from the Bhagavatam. Krishna says, "If my beloved chastises me so, this steals my heart and mind away from flowering things."
Exactly. You have something?
Rusika said it perfectly.
Okay. Let's continue. Sorry.
The personality of Godhead, and desiring to give names and forms to his parts and parcels, the living entities, placed them under the guidance of material nature. By his own potency, material nature is empowered to recreate.
These kind of glorifications, how do you think gopis will respond to? They wouldn't be interested in that. We know Krishna. Okay, you're talking about Krishna. Because in Vrindavan, nobody else Krishna's God, right? These are more like on reverence, formal prayers. This wouldn't fly. This wouldn't fly in Vrindavan. So as you see, the love can intensify. Go ahead.
Here's the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose transcendental experience that explodes. We're completely cleansed of material consciousness by dint of vision devotional service, full control of life and senses, and that is the only way to purify existence.
So this is the first task, purification of existence. Purify the heart. How do you do that? By control of the mind and senses. And how do you do that? You just engage in Rishikena, Rishikesh, Seven Bhakti, service of Krishna, Krishna's glory. That's how we control. No need to artificial separate endeavor. Like great yogis who fall prey. But even small ankle bells. If we show you some more, dancing, pencil, but for devotee, sticks, like I got stop with. That's our everything, and especially that's our protection. This world of distraction. The holy name. There is a fish. There's a fish. I call it fish with a flat body.
Flounder.
Huh?
Flounder.
Yeah, flounder. They're like on bottom. They're like they spin like there's a kind of flounder that when the shark comes, it secretes the kind of chemical or hormones. And when the shark comes, it just freezes the shark's jaw. Yeah, the shark cannot close the jaw. It's a phenomenon. So our japa, it's like that. Without japa, you are finished. The shark of this world of forgetfulness and distraction will simply devour any sudden. So just keep it in mind, okay? I don't know why that came to mind.
Oh, dear friends, here is the very personality of Godhead, whose attractive and confidential pastimes are described in the confidential parts of the Vedic literature by his great devotees. It is he only who creates, maintains, and annihilates the world.
Whenever there are kings and administrators living like animals in a man's word discharges into form manifest is the three powers. The chief positive shows special mercy to the people, performs wonderful activities, various transcendental forms as is necessary and different areas.
Oh, how supremely glorified is the dynasty of King Yadu. How virtuous is the land of Mathura, for the supreme leader of all living things, the husband of the goddess of fortune, has taken birth and wandered in his childhood.
Undoubtedly, it is wonderful that Dwarka has defeated the glories of and has enhanced the celebrity of the earth. Inhabitants of Dwarka are always seeing the soul of all living Krishna in his loving feature. Wait, loving means Krishna in his loving feature. He glances at them and favors them. Sweet.
Oh, friends, just think of his wives, whose hands he has accepted, how they must have undergone vows, baths, fire sacrifices, in perfect worship of the Lord, perfect worship of the Lord of the universe, and constantly relish now the nectar from his lips for kissing. The damsels of Brajbhumi would often faint just by expecting such favors.
The children of these ladies are Katinda, Sangha, Amma, etc. Ladies like Rukmini, Satyabhama, and Champavati were forcibly taken away by him from their Swayamvar ceremonies after he defeated many powerful kings, headed by Shishupal. And other ladies were also forcibly taken away by him after he killed Bhaumasura and thousands of his sisters. All of these ladies are glorious.
All these women, especially glorified their lives despite living mountain, jewelry, and heroes, purity, their husband, the lotus eye personality of life, never left one another. He always used their hearts by making valuable presents.
Let's open that verse. There's a story of a kidnapped princess that Bhaumasura took away by force. Asura means he was a demon. Bhoma is Bhoma, like Bhoma Lila, it's earth, right? Like a demon that will plunder and then they will steal things and they will bury them in the ground, in the earth. Hence, that's why the earth returned what he stole was, and what triggered his demise. He stole the earrings of Aditi, the mother of the. He stole also many other things. He stole the umbrella, not umbrella, of Varuna.
Mm.
But when he stole the earrings of Aditi, Indra was like, this is it. And he went to Krishna.
Don't mess around with the girl's earring.
Yeah, the lesson is don't mess around with ladies' earrings. Because that's the line you don't want to cross. Krishna steps in. And it did. And in his adventure of helping Indra to deal with this Bhaumasura, he has accomplished so many things. It's a beautiful chapter in Krishna book. You have read that one recently, or that's coming chapter?
I think we just, I think Krishna book do that.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful story. You can read it.
It's a wonderful story.
Yeah, I think it's like so packed. It's one of them. What's packed? When Krishna takes Satyabhama, says, "Hey, come along." They jump on Garuda, and together they go. This realm amount of narrow that Bhaumasura has preserved from demigods, and they have this battle. And at one point, there was a line in that chapter. At one point, when the elephants of Mura, which was one of the demons who was kind of defending for Bhaumasura, send him out. When the elephants came out, they saw up in the sky it was Krishna and Satyabhama on the Garuda, and like a dark cloud, electrified with this energy. And it was just like this tension of they're going to now do another wave of not destruction, but it's called transcendental repossession. Yeah, some say stealing, we say transcendental Because everything belongs to Krishna. Don't do that at home. Okay, so let's I'll read fast. The devotees of the Lord are purified souls. As soon as the devotees surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord sincerely, the Lord accepts them, and thus the devotees at once become free from all material contamination. Such devotees are, so that's the verse in Bhagavad Gita, right? Does anybody recognize this verse? Manchayoga vicharina bhakti. If one engages in all circumstances at once, he transcends. Such devotees are above the three modes of material nature. There is no bodily disqualification, just as there is no qualitative difference between the Ganges water and the filthy drain water when they are amalgamated. Women, merchants, and laborers are not very intelligent, and thus it is very difficult for all the purpose. I speak this way. Okay, so now pretend it's 8 o'clock, and we open the email. What is it? Misogyny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a misogyny. What appears to be a misogyny. But let's finish. It is very difficult for them to understand the science of God or to be engaged in devotional service. They are more materialistic. Oh boy. And less than them are Kiratas, Gunas, Andras, Indras, Upashas, Yavanas, Kasas, etc. But all of them can be delivered if they are properly engaged in devotional service. By engagement in the service of the Lord, the designated disqualifications are removed, and as pure souls, they become eligible to enter God. The fallen girls under the clutches of Bhamasura sincerely pray to Lord Sri Krishna for their deliverance, and their sincerity of purpose made them once pure by virtue of the Lord therefore accepted his wives, and thus their lives glorified. Such auspicious glorification was still more glorified when the Lord played with them as the most devoted husband. So this is when Dwarka real estate expanded from 8 queens to 16,100. Not just queens, but palaces, gardens, Krishnas, pools. But actually, I think they have lakes. Pool is kind of okay. Let's say, would you rather swim in a pool with bleach water, or would you rather swim in the lake? Imagine there's no gators. Because that's also
The spring.
the Kali Yuga, Adi Bhautika, the disturbance that comes from creatures in the lake. But that was regulated at that time. Not only that there was no disturbance, but there were, bees, nice fish, the cute fishes, the big cheeks, the colors that you can pet. When they go and say hi, they don't have teeth. to eat your toes. They have those in
I know what you're trying to say.
those salons.
The fish tank.
Those fishes that you
Piranhas.
That's how they make advancements. They got all the mama express. They're gonna go straight up to human form. Of course, only if Jackson puts his feet down. Okay, here comes the breakfast. I'm saved by the bell. The main topic I diverted. Don't know what another's body. And what is the use of a big brain? Don't know how to use it. Say, playing games, right? I believe they actually, there was her statement, but I think she shared it with the other part. So what is the use of a big brain? So sometimes handed He'll bring it big. She was like, what is the use of a big brain if you don't know how to use it? So yeah, one of these bodies, the Prabhupada said, in regards to the ladies who are devotees, these ladies, from the state, they can take you back home, back to God. Any comments or questions? Sorry, no time. Oh yeah.
I was just thinking that there's that one part where thickness between Kunti's prayers, and Prabhupada says how there are women are more attracted to religious life.
Yeah.
Makes the point that is, yeah, it doesn't mean that they can't be spiritually advanced. That's a mistake.
He says in that report that the churches are flooded with more women than men.
Yeah.
And also there's the whole story of the Brahmanas wives. The men were doing the Pranasami always goes the tantra and the puja and the all the different mudras. But Krishna and Balaram came and asked them for food, and they said no. They ignored them. They didn't say no. They ignored them, which is even worse to be ignored. And then the woman just immediately, when Prabhupada says in that report that they had more bhakti than their husband, they were more simple. And he says also in that report something about how women have very tender hearts that are more emotional, so they can. That bhakti can come so naturally, just because like intelligent can also mean like analytical, right? Mental, whereas bhakti is about emotion.
Yes. So in that sense, ladies are more powerful. It's just when it's misdirected, they can wreak havoc, just like anything powerful. Wreak havoc when it's out of control. So that's the warning from this purport. Materially applied, you can cause a lot of damage. But when it's properly applied, our heart, especially our emotions, that's the strongest. Some say that around the heart is more, how do you call it, neurons, memory. This is where emotional intelligence comes from. They are actually not just in the brain, they're around the heart. So that's balance. And Native Americans actually, those who are aligned, connected, they're not separate. The ladies are more powerful in that sense. But comes with the caution. Your heart is for Krishna. And only Krishna deserves the statement, baby, you're my everything. Yes, to both, not just ladies, but also for men. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. That's after our discussion.
There's an instance in Prabhupada's time when he sent one of his disciples to preach some Eastern tradition and then his wife came, and wife got second, and then the Prabhupada said, okay, there's no one around, so your wife will give initiation, so wife gave second initiation to her husband. Then later the same husband was asking Prabhupada, but what if wife is more advanced? Prabhupada said, hey, and go.
Equal opportunity.
Yes.
Can I say just one more quick Prabhupada story about this? Also, Yamuna and Mukunda, when Mukunda was taking sannyas, Prabhupada said, I'm giving you sannyas because your wife is qualified to be sannyas. And then Mukunda asked Prabhupada, what do you do if your wife is more advanced than you? And Prabhupada said, then you follow her.
It's all about becoming attached to Krishna. Who is more advanced? One who is more advanced. Male, female, that's another consideration. A dog, an elephant, another consideration.
Sometimes the big brain can kind of
Yeah. Yeah, that's our struggle. Our meaning male struggle. To loosen the heart, quiet mind. All right, thank you very much.